Hello everyone, bit earlier for the live today, but thought I'd jump on and talk Strongman Classic because I wanted to jump on yesterday and do a pre-show chat like I did for Worlds, but I completely ran out of time. I didn't even get back in the house until about 4 o'clock, and then Giants Live started like a pre-show stream of their own at like 4:15, so there was no time for me to do the usual pre-stream chat that I wanted to start doing, so I thought I'd jump on today for a couple hours, talk post Strongman Classic and all of the fun stuff that we had going on over there. So yeah, what a show, man. Like, it was absolutely sick. It was not like anyone expected it to be, in that what a crazy night. Like, everyone expected it to be a really good Giants Live, and everyone expected it to be absolutely crazy with twists, turns, unpredictable, all of that stuff. But nobody thought it would be as unpredictable as it ended up being. Evan Singleton coming out, taking the win fairly convincingly until that mental Stones performance. And then, of course, Jacco Schoonwinkel taking second, proving that he is still that strong man that beat Brian Shaw in his group. Like, really pleased to see Jacco come in and do well. He seems like such a lovely chap. And then, of course, Paddy third on the podium, which is where I predicted him and where a lot of people predicted him, proving that once again that his pressing is getting better and better, and that he is absolutely world class in all of the other events. So yeah, honestly, a really entertaining show. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, if you haven't seen already, I've released my thoughts video for the Strongman Classic over on the channel, so once you're done watching this live, if you haven't already, go and check that one out. But yeah, let's see if we have got anyone in the chat yet. I've seen we've got a few viewers watching, but so far nothing in the chat, so I will keep waffling away until we get some people to chat to. I am alive a good couple hours earlier than I would normally be, so I would not be surprised if a few of the regulars aren't around yet. So I'll just keep waffling. But if anyone who is watching the live, did any of you watch Parr and Luke Richardson's live watch along of the Strongman Classic? Because that is possibly one of the most entertaining live streams that I have ever watched. It wasn't so great for actually following the Strongman, but the banter in that chat was really quite funny. Ada's here, got up early to catch some Strongman Classic reviews and saw you were going live. Yes, I thought I would get live today and chat about the Strongman Classic and anything else people want to chat about. So yeah, welcome, thank you for joining us. I'm so gutted I couldn't be there in person. Obviously, the Strongman Classic sells out so early that it's hard to know if I should get tickets and know if I'll be free around that time. Like, I know the tickets for next year are already on sale and flying off the shelves, so I'm half debating whether or not just to get tickets on the off chance I can go, or again to leave it. I mean, I love the live stream and I love watching the live stream from home. It's always fantastic, and the live stream yesterday was a really, really good one. There were no problems whatsoever. But yeah, it's a tough debate that I've got of wanting to go in person, obviously go to London, which I hate doing. But yeah, Ada, got to watch it live for the first time. I would like to go to one, but I'm in the US. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is obviously UK has Giants Live, and then US has Strongest Man on Earth and World's Strongest Man, of course, for the time being. So it's a tough split. Obviously, in the UK, we're very, very lucky in that we've got a lot of opportunities fairly close by to go and watch some good quality live Strongman. It's a bit harder for people for other countries, but yeah. I am going to Giants Live Birmingham for the World Deadlift Champs. I've got my tickets for that, so I am very excited to see what the full lineup is for that and what sort of shape everyone's in. I will say Bish is looking like quietly really, really good. I was saying the other day to someone that Bish is being quiet, so that's probably a good thing. And then he confirmed that theory by posting the most ridiculously easy set of 390 kilo deadlifts that I have ever seen. It looked like he was picking up 190 kilos, hell, even just 90 kilos. It was so ridiculously easy. So I think Bish could come in and pull something ridiculous at the World Deadlift Championships. Like, really, really, really do. And I'd love to see it because he's cool. But yeah. Interesting to see Mitch's shape. Obviously down on what we've seen, but after Worlds we were kind of expecting maybe not. Like, I thought he was either going to come back in insane shape or take a dive a bit further, which of course he did. But hopefully for Smo he comes back to his best, but we will see. Bence is in the chat. Hello Bence, how is it going? Yeah, Evan won. Yes, what an awesome podium. Yeah, honestly, couldn't be happier with that podium, to be honest. I'm so pleased to see Evan win. He's needed a win. Like, you could tell for the last year, the constant setbacks and injuries and underperformances have really been taking a toll on him. And I mean, I saw in Liz and Loz's behind the scenes, he just looked good. He just looked like happy and sorted. So really pleased that Evan got that win. He's such a character, and that stone run was absolutely mental, like crazy to watch. And then Yako in second, as I said, just seems like a really good dude. Quiet, unassuming, just solid bloke. So really pleased for him to do well. And then of course, you guys know, Paddy in third. We always love when Paddy does well. Ada saying the depth of Strongman is amazing. It was an amazing show last night. So many upsets and underperformers. But glad to see T-Rex get a solid win. Yeah, there were so many like weird results yesterday where obviously I know Trey's bad at frame, but with that frame I would have expected at least like 1 point, not a 0. But putting it right after the Hercules hold is just brutal. And talking about that Hercules hold, that was a crazy like Hercules hold event. So many people over 1 minute. Like, for real, like, it's crazy. I keep saying it's crazy because I still can't fathom how many people did so well on that Hercules hold. Probably one of the most exciting Hercules hold events we've seen, and that's, you know, not difficult for a Hercules hold because it's usually quite boring. Joey saying Mitch said he had a fantastic prep and then complained about a different injury every event. He's a weak-minded man. Look, Mitch just looks like he's falling apart a bit. I fully believe him when he says he's got these niggles and these injuries because every strongman has them. And you'll see that every strongman, if they do well in an event, they won't talk about it. If they start doing poorly, they will talk about it. And that's just, you know, human nature. But he does look like his mindset has taken a bit of a dive recently. And things are affecting him a bit more than they used to, even though like they're very similar things that he's had to deal with in the past. So I just think he needs some time off and time away from YouTube and content, which I know is his main source of income, but just take it down from every day to maybe once every 3 days a video. Like, you don't have to do a video every day. Just take a bit more time to himself and get healed back up. Ada saying, but also so many people got a rough start on the Hercules hold too. Yeah, like a few people did, get a weird setup and jolt wrong. I think, like, I keep saying it, but the conditions in the Royal Albert Hall are very different to other arenas. It's very stuffy. Everything's very on top of you. It's very hot because obviously it's such an old building and such a historic place. It wasn't built recently, so it's a very different atmosphere to a lot of places. Ben saying, I feel sorry for Mitch. Hopefully he can fix everything in his head. I'm really afraid he will do something bad to hurt himself. Yeah, he just... It's hard to watch, but in a feeling sorry way. Like, there's nothing. It's weird. I just hope, I hope he takes some time to figure things out, and hopefully, a bit of a longer downtime will do him some good. Grimdog Future, love the comp. Watch it in my Haim Strength t-shirt with a bottle of chalky milk for good luck. Well, it clearly worked. Paddy on the podium. It's what we love to see. I need to get some Paddy merch. I don't have any. I have like barely any Strongman merch whatsoever. I'm so bad for buying t-shirts and buying merch. I'm like the worst person for supporting Strongman, apart from the fact I make videos and I've got memberships to different channels, but I just don't buy merch, and it's because I just rely on t-shirts that have fit for years and free comp shirts and stuff. I need to get on buying some Strongman merch, to be honest. And I'm totally with you on Hooper. I can't understand the Mitch is cooked mentality at all, but I completely agree that he needs some time out to reset and regroup. Like, if Mitch is cooked or not is purely based on how Mitch attacks the next year. If he keeps trying to come in and battle through whatever demons he's got going on and pressing on, and he ends up really hurting himself, then Mitch will be cooked. If Mitch takes some time away and takes some time off social media, some time off maybe even training at all, and just comes back in the right headspace, in the right mindset, he's definitely got everything he needs to come back. Like, dude's had one mediocre show at World's Strongest Man, which was still third, and then one bad show at this Giants Live. If you look at any other athlete on the scene, every single other athlete has had way worse shows, way more frequently, and no one's calling them cooked at all. Like, it's just hopefully a fingers crossed one-off that he can go away, come back from. But it'll all be about how he chooses to attack that. And I truly believe Mitch has got some of the best guidance in Strongman, with Loz as his coach. A lot of decent people around him there. So hopefully he takes that advice and comes back well. Ben saying also something positive. Nick Guardione, he did great and had so much fun. Honestly, I was saying this to someone else this morning. In any other Giants Live, Nick would have been like podium. Nick did super, super well. It's just because this lineup was so damn insane that even though Nick was doing stupidly well in a lot of the events, second on the Herc hold, really well on the frame, decent on log and deadlift, very solid stone run. Like, in any other Giants Live, that is good for like top 5 or even podium. But in this one, I think he ended joint 8th or something, or joint 7th. Like, that placing doesn't do justice to how well Nick did in this comp. And I feel like it's flying under the radar for a lot of people, because a lot of people are talking about the podium, they're talking about Yakko. But I want to shout Nick out, and thank you for bringing him up, Bence, because he did absolutely amazingly for his first Giants Live. Joey saying he took too much gear and did too many competitions thinking that he was invincible. Well, he was invincible for a long time. Like, you can't deny he had one of the best runs in Strongman. Like, anyone having that sort of run is going to think that they are on top of the world and can do anything. He's had a terrible few months, obviously, in his personal life, which, yeah, is his own fault in a lot of ways. But, you know, you can't just blame it on gear and think he was invincible. Like, it goes to show he was human, but he's always said throughout the whole thing that he's human and he works on his conditioning and all of this stuff. Like, you know, it has shown itself in the last few months, but I don't think he and himself has ever believed that he's invincible. He seems to have a pretty level head when it comes to his self-evaluation and his evaluation of his own performance, at least from what I've seen online, which obviously you can never trust what you see online at the grand scheme of things. Like, 90% of people are exactly like they are online in real life. But you can never fully trust it until you know someone, and I don't know him, so that's just out of my guess. But from what I've seen, that's my opinion. Alex saying, hello, what a show. Hello, Alex, how is it going? It was a hell of a show, wasn't it? Grimdork Future saying, it was very nice to see Nick perform. I feel sometimes he's kind of in Austin's shadow. They almost come as a pair, so it was nice to see him holding his own. Yeah, like, it's interesting you say that, because yeah, they're the Texas boys. They are the two show, and it's nice that we've seen Austin perform really, really well at Giants Lives and do well, and now we're seeing Nick do really, really well, and it'll be super cool that we get a new duo in Strongman like them, and we can see them both at big shows performing awesomely. Like, Nick did really well at the Arnolds as well, let's not forget. Like, it's a heavy show for him, and for that to be his first sort of like big show is crazy, but he's holding himself out like fully. Alex saying Nick did fantastic, no doubt for sure. I'm happy for T-Rex. so much after what happened to him on World's Strongest Man. He deserves that win 1,000% because he dedicated so much. Yeah, honestly, I'm really pleased for Evan as well. I think that Evan was in shape to win World's Strongest Man this year for sure until that bicep popped. And I feel like if Evan had known it was just like the bicep that doesn't matter, he might have even tried to continue Worlds. But no, that would have been silly. But it's really good to see that Evan's come back from that with the confidence and the ability to win a show, and having that win is going to build so much more confidence in Evan that coming into Smo, I think he's going to be dangerous. Mark saying Texas is a stuffy climate, so Nick might have felt right at home in that arena. Honestly, a very good point. Like, yeah, the people who are used to training in like hotter climates did very well. I think where Evan is quite warm as well, and obviously Yako, South Africa, is very warm. And Paddy trains in a barn, and if anything of England the last few weeks has been anything to go off, I could tell you Paddy's gym would have been absolutely horrendous the last few weeks, so they probably are all used to it. Ben's saying Trey was a monster on the deadlift. I mean, wow, he did that without a suit, right? Yeah, he did do it without a suit, and Trey on deadlifts is just ridiculous. It is, like, actually just... I can't fathom it. I really can't. I really hope Trey learns to use a suit well and has a good go at that 505. Because that like, he's one of the men that for sure can do it. Grimdork Future. I was momentarily very annoyed with Evan after the stone run. I thought he had thrown it away for a second. Would have been a horrendous way to end the comp. Yeah, I mean, it was tough to watch in that, you know, headbutting the thing to cause so much blood, but it's what Evan does every event. It was just, like you say, it was self-inflicted, but he headbutts everything before every event. It just caught him wrong this time. So, but yeah, I was a bit annoyed at Evan, but it did look badass though. It did look really cool. Alex saying, it seems like Evan is really clicking with Nico, his new coach, aka Greek Goliath. He's also now coaching Inez and my gym bro Alex Biddle, who actually left Loz for him. Interesting, yeah. The new coach, and I think particularly for Evan, the new gym, where he's just moved into a new training space, seems to be having a really positive impact on him. He said himself, I think, that like obviously he had to leave his old gym for some reason. I don't know the story there. But he hasn't really had anywhere solid to train for a while. So being back in a proper gym environment is probably doing a hell of a lot for him as well. Yeah, as the new coach gives him a new lease of life. Kelly's saying, is there anything Trey can do about his grip? Nerve issues can be released sometimes, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Trey's doing everything he can do. Like, obviously his Hercules hold was really good this weekend. So his grip strength is good. It is just that nerve issue when it is down by his side. And I know, like, I feel like Brian Shaw's talked about it before, having like bone grinded down to release the nerves in his elbows and stuff. And I don't know if Trey should like consider something, but I'm sure he has. Like, I'm sure he's probably doing everything he can do for that issue. It's just one of those things that's like really unfortunate, because if Trey could do Framewood Farmers, he would have won so many major comps. Like, actually would have done. I mean, he's won 2 Shore Classics, so he's definitely still a contender for Smo. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, sometimes people just have those things that they can't control, that they have to work around. I don't know about you guys, but I thought it had cooled off a bit. And it's literally raining right now as I look at my skylight. It is chucking it down. But it is absolutely roasting in this room. And obviously I can't open the skylight because it's a skylight and it's raining, so I'll get soaked. But it is roasting in here. Grimdork Future saying, also shout out to Ben Glasscock for that stone run. It would have been very easy for him to phone it in at that point, and he gave it his all and put in a bloody solid time. And honestly, shout out Ben for the entire competition. Like, obviously, at this level, it is so hard to put in a memorable performance against these guys because of how stacked of a lineup it was. But every single event, Ben held his own. And there was at no point did anyone say in the Reddit, anyone say online, anyone say anywhere that Ben should not have been invited. He really did put in a solid performance the whole way through, showed that he could keep up with these guys in a lot of the events. Stone Run, for example, Hercules Hold, he put in a fantastic time. It was just one of those competitions where everyone did insane on the Hercules hold. And deadlift as well, 5 reps, really solid. We've seen a lot more strongmen do a lot less reps on that setup at other Giants Lives. Like 5 in the past has been towards the top end of the table in a few Giants Lives. We've seen a lot of people at 5s and 6s in other competitions on that deadlift. The frame was very decent. Obviously a few good strongmen not finishing the frame here because it's after the Hercules holds without straps. Like Ben did really, really well. And I think if we give Ben like another year or year and a half or so, he's going to have a very similar sort of rise to how Paddy has these last few months. Just coming in, proving time and time again that he's consistent, that he's good. Like, Ben has all the potential in the world to be a very, very top English strongman at World's Strongest Man at Giants Lives. He just needs a little bit more time, and I'm sure that we will see it. Alex saying, nerve issues are super complicated. The messed up thing is that the nerve issue can heal 100% and the symptoms never go away. Yeah, it's such a rough injury to have. Is it? If it's even an injury, it's more of an issue, isn't it? Like, it's so hard to get it sorted. It's so tough. Grimdorp Future, the whole comp was a goddamn Shark Tank. It definitely was, and Evan smelt the blood in that tank as well. Jane saying, what an epic comp, my knuckles are still a bit sticky. Yeah, obviously Jane was there in person, so very lucky to get some very solid seats there. I got a very tacky-filled fist bump off of Paddy after the stones, so that's why the sticky knuckles. Alex saying, the way I heard it described is like trying to run a computer hardware without a driver installed. Yeah, it makes complete sense. Like, everything's in there, ready to work, it just doesn't know how. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Jane saying, Ben has massive potential. His stone run was very impressive going on his own. It really was. Like, Ben showed that he's ready to be at this sort of level now. So, yeah, I'm really pleased. And I'm really excited now for England's Strongest Man. England's Strongest Man is going to be a hell of a comp coming up. There's a lot of very, very good guys doing that comp, and it's not far away now. So, like, the standard in the UK and the standard in England is really, really high and also very, very deep at the minute. So I feel like England's Strongest Man is going to be one of those comps that even if you're not English, because it's on official Strongman and everyone who watched the Strongman Classic will still have their membership for the month, it's well worth watching for sure. And Britain's Strongest Woman as well is going to be a hell of a show. Lots of really great strong women talent in Britain as well. I'm really looking forward to that weekend. It's my birthday weekend, so my birthday's on the 20th. So I have booked it completely free to sit and watch Strongman, which is exactly what I want to do. Alex saying, that's what they found out relatively recently that makes spinal cord injuries so devastating. Yeah, it does make sense. Grimdorp Future, are Paddy and Ben confirmed for England's? I believe so. I believe they are both doing England's. Who else is doing England's? Is Shane still doing England's? Shane Flowers? He was, but I don't know if he's still doing it because now he's got Smo coming up. And I think he might be focusing on Smo, so I don't think Shane's doing it anymore. I know Kane Francis, I believe, is returning for England's Strongest Man. This is his first comp back after that injury. I'm really excited to see how Kane's going to do it England as well. Obviously, he's had a lot of time off. It would be really cool to have Kane back doing really well, because Kane's another one of those people who's just a top strongman. And I always love having more and more English guys on the circuit. And I think Kane has the ability, obviously, to do fantastic at England's. Yeah, Jane confirming Shane not at England's, which is a shame, but we're seeing Shane at Smo, which I think is going to be really, really cool. Yeah, there's lots of guys doing England's. Jack Osborne's doing England's. Obviously, if you haven't seen Jack on Instagram recently, he's just strict pressed a 200 log like it was nothing. After a few weeks ago, Viper pressing a 200 log like it was nothing. Like, Jack is absolutely insane overhead. It's ridiculous. I can't fathom how he does that with 200 kilos. And that log he uses, like, for all of you don't get it wrong, that log that he uses at Pro Strength is awful. It is disgusting. I've said it, Mitch Hooper said it, Rebecca Roberts has said it. It's a horrendous log. All of us, like, Becca's passed out with it. I've dropped it on the back of my head. It's really weirdly balanced. It feels disgusting. And Jack's out here doing 200 kilo on it like it's bloody nothing. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. Grimdog Future saying, I think he implied in a video that he backed out of England's, said he backed out of Giants Life for Smo, but didn't say which. I'm assuming England's. Yeah, I think it was England's. I remember that video now. And speaking of videos as well, Shane's training series for Smo has been really, really good. I've been loving it. It's the proper sort of strongman content that I want to watch. And he's putting it out really regularly as well. So if you haven't already subscribed to Shane, which I'm assuming you probably have, but I think it's well worth doing. Mark saying, Paddy did really well. Did he not turn down Smo reserve spot due to injuries? Lallis Bros believe I said that. I think it was more that he turned down the Smo reserve spot for lack of notice, so he didn't have enough time to feel like he could prepare for it. I know he tweaked his shoulder recently, but that was why he pulled out of Ultimate Strongman UK's Strongest Man last weekend. Which I think was the right decision to heal up and save himself for the Strongman Classic. As we've seen, it paid off. But I think the reason he turned down the Smo reserve spot was that he didn't feel like he had enough time to adequately prepare for that sort of competition, which is completely fair enough. Alex saying, they used to think nerves never regenerated, but they found out that's false. They heal at roughly the same rate as any other tissue, but the programming doesn't naturally come back. Yeah, that does make complete sense. Grimdog Future, hopefully we'll see Andy Flynn at England's too. I can see a real battle for podium this year. Yeah, I believe Andy's doing it as well. Andy Flynn's another one. There are so many good English strongman right now. Like, what a time to be alive as an English strongman. Alex saying, sorry to go on about this. I actually went to school to get into medical research. Never finished, but it's still a big area of interest for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm always down to learn new things, so feel free to waffle on. Vital saying, Smo is a very heavy show for athletes. It absolutely is. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be very, very brutal. Grimdog Future, between Shane, Paddy and Trey, I am really getting the feeling I need to build a barn for my training. Honestly, me too. Like, I've got a little garage. I want a barn. Like, look at the podium from the Strongman Classic. Yakko's a farmer. Paddy's a farmer. Like, you gotta be a farmer with a barn to do well in Strongman these days. Jane saying, love Shane's Smo prep. The horsefly attacks are hilarious. I sympathise with that man so much. We've been getting them around here as well. Obviously, I don't live in a farm or anything, but I live in the middle of the countryside next door to a farm. So I've been getting horseflied as well. They are the worst. They're awful. I hate them so much. I've actually avoided getting bitten for the last week or so. I got a few bites a couple of weeks ago, but for the last week I've been alright. I've been on it. So I feel his pain. I really do. I've just checked the weather forecast as well, and it's going to be, again, just blisteringly hot all week in England. I'm so done with it. Like, I don't know how, because I'm feeling like so drained and so tired all of the time because I'm sleeping like crap. It's too hot. It's just killing me. Yet my training's going so well, and I'm PBing nearly every session. Like, I overextended on Friday and got a 130 log with a PB. On the Thursday, I did a 290 kilo deadlift double, which is a massive PB double for me. Like, I'm feeling stronger than ever. I'm lighter than ever. And yet I feel worse than ever. Jane saying, I live opposite a stables, got bitten on my face just before Royal Albert Hall. Yeah, they're nasty little buggers, aren't they? Alex saying, England has some awesome talent. America is popping off. South Africa is obviously on everyone's lips with strength. There's really some amazing global talent coming through. I agree. Like, there is some real good talent coming from all across the globe now. We need Europe to step it up again. We need the likes of Iceland, the Lithuanias. They come on, step it back up. We need to get back to the good old days there. But yeah, lots of really good talent coming in. Grimdog Future, I agree. I'm bored of complaining about the heat. I want to get back to complaining about the cold instead. I will never complain about the cold. I love training in the cold. I think my ideal training temperature is about 10 degrees Celsius. I absolutely love it. I really love training when it's cooler. I'd much rather train in the cold than the heat. I feel rubbish in the heat, whereas I thrive in the cold. I really do. But yeah, I'm sure Loz is sick of me complaining about the heat as well. It's all I've been going on about in DMs. Every training video I send him, I'm just like, I'm dying, Loz, it's too hot. And it's like, yeah, I've got this air conditioning unit here, but it requires a window for the hot air to go out of, and my gym doesn't have any windows. It just has a big garage door, which obviously you can't stick a pipe out of because it just brings all the heat back in again because it's such a big opening. So I can't use the air conditioner in the garage, so I'm just at mercy to the elements out there, which is rough. It's horrible. And I won't hear it from any Americans about this heat because it is just grim. It's disgusting. And I'm annoyed, actually. I'm annoyed that it cooled down for Royal Albert Hall, because if it was still like 30, 31 to 32 degrees like it was last weekend, or the weekend before, I can't remember, when it was really hot here. If it was like that when like the Texas boys came over and the Americans came over, they would truly understand the British heat problem. But it cooled down just enough to make us seem like we're all pussies. But, you know. Alex saying, I'm really excited for the Strongman to find a foothold in Japan. Some of those sumo wrestlers are absolute freaks of nature. They absolutely are. I really, really would love Strongman to expand across all borders and see what sort of talent there is out there that we haven't seen yet. Like, I'm talking more talents like Iron Bibby and people like that who you just don't know are out there until you do. Grimdog Future, gotta say today you're looking leaner lately. Looks like you got your stuff really dialed in at the moment, mate, because your training updates have been impressive. I'm trying my best. Like, I'm definitely leaner. I'm 100% the lightest I've been in a good few years, since 2022, I think. I haven't weighed under 120 kilos since I left university, which was, summer 2022. And I'm now right on 120 is where I'm staying. And it's been good. It's been good losing some body weight, getting in shape. I wouldn't say I've got everything dialed in at the minute. Like, diet could definitely be better. I'd say with diet, I'm like 5 out of 7 days of the week, I'm on it. And then 2 days of the week, I sort of fall off it. It's when I go in the office or I'm out of my normal routine. It's really hard to keep on it. And I'd say my cardio has been slipping as well. I've stopped doing cardio quite as much as I was, but I'm getting back on it. I did about 25 minutes of steady state on the assault bike this morning, so trying to get back on it. But mostly dialed in. Training's good. Obviously being lean is good. Just need to get the diet and the cardio fully sorted, and then we'll be flying. Vital saying, same problem here in Portugal. It's around 30°C where I live. Yeah, it's very nice in Portugal when it's that hot, because it's a bit drier than we get in the UK, but it's definitely roasting. I've been to Portugal a good few times, and I've tried to train out there, and it's rough in the heat. It is. I'd rather train in -10 than I would 30. So yeah, I'm looking forward to autumn and winter. There's a reason why all of my biggest PRs happen around Christmas time. It is because it's nice and cool. I'm not dying of the heat, and I'm eating loads of food, and I can lock in. But no, the plan is this year, try and stay a bit leaner. And I mean, my original goal for this weight loss phase was to get down to 120 kilo. But that was with the caveat that I was expecting to lose some strength and expecting to get a bit weaker when I cut down to 120 kilo. And now I'm down at 120 kilo and setting PRs in log and deadlift and all of the static lifts. There's no point to stop losing weight and getting leaner. Like, there's no reason to be bigger than I need to be. So I'm just going to keep losing fat until I do start losing strength, and that's what I'll call it. So who knows how light and lean I'll get, but we'll see. Alex saying, really, the way to get more diversity in top-level strongman is to fund gyms and training facilities, get more local qualification routes set up, and funds for travel to international shows. Not just, and I'll wait for the second message to come in. But yeah, I fully take your point. Like, I feel like the biggest step to get more people discovered is subsidizing some of the travel to OSG. Like, obviously it's a lot of athletes, and OSG doesn't make much, if any, money. But if there was some way to sponsor some form of travel subsidy to OSG and just help out a few people get to OSG. I feel like we could see some more major talent, not just grabbing a random powerlifter from China and throwing them into World's Strongest Man. I completely agree, but when has World's Strongest Man ever made good decisions? I mean, say that this year they did make some good decisions with the format change and things, but I still love dragging on World's Strongest Man. It's funny, isn't it? Vitor saying, I live in Madeira, a Portuguese island. Humidity is high, so 30 degrees is hot. Yeah, that makes sense then if it's an island. I've heard of Madeira. I don't know why. I feel like I know people who've been there. It's a very touristy place, I think, but yeah, this humidity is the thing. It's just like, for me, the summer's not that bad in that, like, I'd cope with the heat better. It's just the humidity and the sweat and the hay fever, the allergies, the pollen. Oh, the grass pollen. The grass pollen has been killing me the last 2 weeks. Like, I've checked my app, and the weather app I've got shows the pollen levels, and it's like grass pollen, 4 out of 4 severe, 4 out of 4 severe, 4 out of 4 severe every day. It's so grim. Daniel saying, hello Toby, this is my first time joining a live chat. Well, hello, thank you for joining. I'm going to try and do these relatively often. I haven't settled on whether I want to do them weekly or every 2 weeks yet, but certainly every time there's a major competition and there's some good strongman juicy stuff to talk about, I'll come on and chat with everyone. And speaking of, if you're on the stream and you're watching and you haven't hit the like button down below, please be sure to like the stream, help it be pushed out to more people, chuck it to any strongman people you know, get them in, get them chatting, and we will have some good fun. And of course, if you're not subscribed to the channel, which I'm sure you are if you're watching the live, do that as well. I'm trying to be really much more consistent with YouTube recently. Get back to uploading a couple videos a week. Get back to putting more effort into the editing, more effort into the live streams. Trying to grow the community, because we've got such a good, solid community now that I just want to keep growing it and keep making this a bigger thing, because it's just so much fun. I love doing it, and I'm loving every time I do a live. We've got the same people coming in. We've got the same people saying ho. We've got the same people becoming members, and I do want to make the members only section way better as well. So if you've got any ideas for members only content, always leave that in the chat or in the comments, because I will do it. Alex saying, Pa likes to say OSG is open to everyone because of the online qualifiers, but the travel is more than most people can swing. Like, if I qualified for OSG, I would have to do a GoFundMe for the travel, and I live in the US. Yeah, absolutely agree. Like, it is open for everyone by definition, but it's open to everyone who has a few £1,000s to spare. And I guess if you're good enough and you're serious enough about strongman, it's worth it, but it's rough. Jane saying, big sympathy for the high pollen. My eyes really suffer, so annoying. Yeah, me too. It's my breathing. Like, that's my sleep that suffers so much, because I can't breathe through my nose. And I sleep, obviously, breathing through my nose. And when you breathe through your mouth and sleep and you snore and it's horrible, it's just, your sleep quality just goes down the drain. So that's the biggest thing that kills me off. Grimdork Future, that reminds me, I think you need an emoji we could drop in the comments for the algorithm, like Shane's Flowers or the Stoltman Spicy. Yeah, I mean, I don't like doing that sort of stuff, because nothing against those guys, but like, you know, I just find it a little bit cringy when you go like, drop a moose dropping in the comments or drop an emoji in the comments. You know, I'd rather people just comment like an actual comment, even if it's just good video, or even just like a thumbs up or something that isn't just spam in the comments for the sake of spam in the comments. I'd rather have it be just people actually saying things in the comments. And I've got a really good track record of people commenting, and like I reply to literally every comment regardless of what it is. I think there is a total of 5 comments I haven't replied to in my YouTube analytics, and they were like from 5 years ago. It's just people writing the word bump or something. So yeah, I always ask for people to comment on the video, leave your thoughts, even if it's just a good video or a hello Toby or whatever it is. But I don't like asking for the proper like YouTube algorithm bait. Alex saying, Toby, if you got to Giants Live, what would your walkout music be? I've got 2 or 3 that I've always thought would be cool. But do I say them, or will somebody steal them when they get to Giants Live? No, I think like a couple of my absolute favourite songs is I love the intro to Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. Just that opening guitar riff as you walk out, I always think would be absolutely fantastic. Kickstart My Heart, Motley Crue, also an absolute banger for a walkout song. Either of those two would be absolutely awesome. But, you know, I'm not going to make it to Giants Live anytime soon, am I? At least not as a competitor. Possibly, well, definitely as a spectator. But I'm weird in Strongman. A lot of people get into Strongman for I want to be the world's strongest man. I want to compete. I want to prove myself. I just fucking love it. Like, I would do Strongman even if it wasn't on TV, even if there weren't competitions. I just love lifting the weird shit. Like, it's all I want to do. And I only do like 1 or 2 competitions a year because all in all, like, in true total honesty, I don't care that much about competing. I just love doing the training. It's so much fun to me. So that is my view on Strongman. But we'll see how far we go. It's all good fun. Daniel's saying, I'm probably a little late in asking this, but how was the Strongman Classic? It was absolutely phenomenal. It was full of crazy twists, turns. And like, if you haven't watched it, I'd highly recommend getting a subscription to Official Strongman, watching it back, and of course you'll get the Britain's Strongest Woman, England's Strongest Man included in that because it's in this month. Like, well worth the watch. It was super, super fun. Fred saying, hello Toby and all. Hello Fred, good to have you in the chat. Alex saying, Mark Knopfler is one of the most underrated guitarists of that era. Look, I know this is going to be awful, but I don't know band. I know band names. I don't know band members. I don't know anything. I just like the songs. So if I pronounced it wrong, if I've said it wrong, don't shoot me. I'm not a fake fan. I'm just not a super fan. Fred saying, my walkout music would be Crazy Train. Again, an absolutely fantastic one. I can't believe no one's taken that because it is like such a good song to walk out to. Ben saying, agreed. If I start doing Strongman, it will be because of the sport. It looks so much fun. It just is. Like, it just is. Everyone I've had who's come and tried Strongman with me has had like the best day ever. And none of them will ever compete. I'm sure they won't mind me saying that. But it's just so much fun. I love doing it. Like, even when I'm not recording, not making videos, not doing anything. Like yesterday, I spent all day just messing around with random grip stuff, moving shit about, messing around with the stones I've got. Alex saying, yeah, Mark is the guitarist / singer of Dire Straits. I knew that. I just don't know how to say his surname. Jane saying, Nick Guardian says the same thing. He just loves Strongman. Yeah, I mean, it's just fun. Like, it just is. And I think everyone who like enjoys Strongman the most just does it because it's so much fun. And everyone in the community is so open, so welcoming, like so much fun to be around. Like, even if I was injured to the point of not being able to do Strongman at all, I would still go hang out like down on Paddy's Farm or down at Pro Strength, just because everyone's like so much fun. It's banter. And like if you were in Luke and Parr's live stream last night, it's just banter. It's so much fun. It's so funny. Like, the people in Strongman are just a whole lot of good people for the most part. Daniel saying, my walkout music would be either Hero by Skillet, Never Too Late by Disciple, or Set It Off by POD. Yeah, absolutely bangers. Just straight bangers. Grimdark Future, my walkout song would be I Wish I Was a Little Bit Taller by Skylo. That's really funny. Recommend that to Lucas Hatton, because that is really funny. Because obviously Lucas did Fortunate Son, which was also very funny. But something like that would be hilarious. Ben saying, I tried log lifting once. It was only 50 kilo. My form was terrible, but it was still awesome to finally try it. I must steal that log from my cousin at some point. Do it. Absolutely do it. Nab it. Because log is one of those weird things where the first session of it, your form looks terrible and it feels horrendous. And then about 2 or 3 sessions in, you just get it. And it starts working for you. Then obviously there's little tweaks you can make all the way through. But after a couple sessions, you just sort of like understand how it moves. Also, I don't know if you guys can see this, but what's with YouTube with this new, like, crown thing? The top fans. Because I saw it yesterday in one of the streams I was watching there. Not sure if I'm a fan of it, but I can see we've got a ranking. Currently, Fred's in number 1, which I'm not surprised at. Fred is the number 1 supporter of any Strongman live stream. Alex is in a close second. And then we've got X in 3rd. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder if people start battling for the leaderboard in like Loz and Liz's live chats and stuff. I think Fred's still going to hold down the fort there, though. You think I could train Strongman 4 to 5 days a week in my 42 physical work all my life? Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Like, anyone can train Strongman. Training Strongman isn't that hard. Like, it doesn't have to be that hard. You can make it very hard and very disgusting, but you could also train it and have it be fun. Like, training Strongman is just picking up weird, awkward things and moving them about, doing whatever you want with them. That's what training Strongman is. So, in some way, most people train Strongman without even realising that. If you move house, congratulations, you've trained Strongman because you're moving furniture about. Like, that's it. Like, Strongman's so easy to train. People are so scared of it because of the name, because of what you see. Like, you see Evan Singleton doing a stone run covered in blood, hyped up, and that's how you think you have to be. But you don't. You can just have fun with it. Like, just enjoy it. Fred saying, I would start a couple days of the week. Yeah, probably. I'd agree. 3 days a week is more than enough. I only do 4. Some people do 5, but yeah, I do 4, and it's way more than enough. Like, I'm making great progress with that. I'm saying Fred's on that live chat podium string. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Fred's a member. Fred's probably responsible for more than, I'd probably say, half the members on every Strongman live chat. Like, probably more than half of the members on every Strongman channel is down to Fred. Just the constant gifting and everything, it's mental. Like, shout out Fred. Alex would walk out to dominate the human strain by November's Doom. Always thought that would be an amazing walkout song. I wonder how it works. Like, I wonder if you can pick any song and they'll do it. Or do they have to clear it first? Or do they have a list of songs that you can pick from? I don't know how it works. Like, that sort of thing I'd love to just know. I'd love for one of the strongmen who are like a regular at a Giants Live or something just to sit down and be like, how does stuff like that work? How do you pick your walkout songs? You know, it's an interesting one. I've never really thought about it that way before. Like, how specific can you get with it? Like, if, say, I want a specific part of a song, do they edit it themselves and make sure that you only get the intro, or you only get, like... I wonder how it all works. Yeah. What are some other good walkout songs? Jane saying, Yakis says he trains 3 times a week and then does proper farm work. Yeah, I mean, that's probably more than enough for him. I'm not surprised. Fred saying, I have notifications for my CC for Strongman channels. I don't remember joining, but I love all the content. Yeah. Sorry, my mind just went blank there. I have notifications from my CC for Strongman channels that I don't remember joining, but I love all the content. Yeah, I mean, I joined far too many Strongman channels as well. I had to tone back a bit. I do want to join more, but a lot of the channels don't have like specific members only content. They just do like members first content. But I'd rather support a channel like that way than like super chats and stuff, because members only, like, it's just the way that you can see who really like enjoys your content. I really love the members only section. I just need some good ideas for what to do over there, because I keep saying it every week that I'm going to do more stuff there. And I go down and I think of what do I record for the members, and I just draw a blank. So, like, we've got a good few members in the chat now. If you guys have any ideas about what I should do over on the members section, just let me know and I'll get it done, because I'm drawing a blank. Alex is buddies with the lead guitarist of November's Doom, so getting the rights to that wouldn't be an issue, lol. Yeah, fair enough. That's an interesting one, yeah. I wonder if they do have to get the rights for them, or because it's just on the live stream for a 10-second thing, does it fall under fair use? I don't know. Penfold saying, one of the live streams I saw them asking the strongmen what song they wanted, and it was literally minutes before the start, no list, no editing. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if they do that differently now, or if that is still the case. They probably would do it, like, I would assume it's like minutes before the rehearsal, maybe, but also I wouldn't be surprised if it is minutes before what they want. But Grimdog Future, can you give members early access to videos? See, I would do that, but yeah, because with me, I don't edit, like, a lot of people will edit their videos and then schedule them for like 2 or 3 weeks time for them to come out. So like when I recorded a bunch of videos for Paddy, we recorded them and they didn't come out for like another 2 or 3 weeks. Whereas for me, it's like I will record a video, edit it and upload it, and then once it's done and I'm happy, it's out to the world. And I'm not sure what benefit giving members early access to the videos would be, apart from, like, it would be cool, don't get me wrong, but also I'd rather just give everyone access to the video at the same time and then keep some stuff exclusive for the members, because like there's no real early access to my videos anyway, because I don't schedule them, they just go out. So it's not like I've got videos sat waiting for the right time to upload them. It's as soon as I'm happy with it, it's out to the world, because YouTube doesn't really care when you upload videos for like the algorithm's sake. It used to a lot, and you used to have to upload it at a given time, but you don't anymore, because it's not a case of it has to do well in the first 30 minutes, otherwise it's not going to do well. And I'm not sure how the early access of the things, of the members video, affects the analytics or anything like that. Because say I give members a day of early access, and I've got 5 or 6 members, does that mean for the first day the video gets 6 views, and then when it goes to the public, like YouTube doesn't want to recommend it because it's only got 6 views? I don't know. Fred's saying, members only video, Toby drinking. Well, Fred, here's an exclusive for you. You ready? Got some water here. There you go. No, I'm kidding. I don't drink. I really don't. Like, I maybe have a pint here or there. I brew my own stuff, as you saw in my day of the life, but I only have a glass of that every month or so. So I don't drink at all. It won't be funny, but I'm a really boring drunk as well. Like, when I'm drunk, I'm the same, and then I fall asleep because I get sleepy. That's about it. I'm not a crazy drunk or anything. Alex saying, a few deeper cut choices for Walkout. Temple of the Sphinxes by Rush. Things We Believe In by Auden Ogan is an absolute banger. That is a fantastic shout. That's in my gym playlist as well. Oh, that is a solid shout. That's a really good one. Big Generator by Yes. Heir Apparent by Opeth Evolutionary Sleeper by Cynic, and One Shot of Glory by Judas Priest. Yeah, all fantastic choices. But yeah, Things We Believe In is such a great shout. Such a good song. A quick 5 days simple workout. Right, so if you're doing a 5-day split and you're set on a 5-day split, here is what I would do. Monday, I would do a squat-focused leg day where you're doing squat and you're doing quads. That's what I would do. So a nice heavy squat, some form of squat variation, and then some form of quad isolation exercise like leg extension, leg curl. Then I would do a bench-focused pressing day. So I would do some bench press, some incline bench press, some form of awkward pressing, so maybe incline log out the rack, something like that. And then I would have a rest day, so those are the first 2 days. And then I would do a deadlift day where you're focusing your back and hamstrings, so you're doing heavy deadlifts, some form of deadlift variation, Romanian deadlifts, and then your normal like lat pull down, seated row, something like that. Then I would do a shoulder-focused pressing day where you're doing your strongman, like log press, axle press. If you don't have access to those, doing just a push press out of the rack with a barbell, and you're doing some dumbbell shoulder press, maybe some seated barbell shoulder press. You're doing some like lateral raises, front raises, that sort of thing. And then for the 5th day, I would do an events day, so a strongman specific day, so moving with weights, whether it be farmers, sandbags, something like that. If you've got access to equipment, do like sandbag rows, so you're just doing the pick portion of the sandbag. Maybe you're doing some zerchers, something like that, but all like functional strongman-y type exercises, and then I'd have another rest. So I would do 2 days on, a rest, 3 days on, a rest, and repeat that, doing, squat focused leg day, bench focused pressing day, having a rest, then deadlift focused back and hamstrings, shoulder focused pressing, and then events. That's what I would do for the 5-day split. Fred saying, I'm old. The only one I recognise is Rush and Judas Priest. Alex saying, Alden Hogan is great in general. Before my pirate theme comp, We Are Pirates was basically on repeats. Yeah, Alden Hogan have some absolute bangers. Like, real good songs. I used to listen to them when I was about 15. I love Alden Hogan. Ben saying, Whatever It Takes or Heart of a Champion by Hollywood Undead for me. Their logo is tattooed on my chest, so I have to go with them. Yeah, if you've got it tattooed, then you have to. But yeah, we've got some really good song choices. Jane saying, my train is arriving. See you lot at Los and Liz later. See you later, Jane. Hopefully the travel isn't too bad. The trains have been nasty recently in the UK. I haven't taken a train in the last 2 years that hasn't been delayed or cancelled. Like, it's been an absolute nightmare. I just refuse to take them now. It's one of the main reasons I didn't want to go to Royal Albert Hall. Like, obviously I couldn't get tickets, but just getting there is an absolute pain in the arse. Right, so we've done walkout songs. What is your guys' go-to PR songs? So for me, you've probably seen in my shorts, Grimdorp Future's got to get going as well. Catch you later. But you'll see in my shorts that Vice Grip is an absolute go-to song for me when I'm doing deadlifts. Oh, so good. So good. Yeah, Vice Grip by Parkway Drive, up there. Anything Nickelback. I'm loving Nickelback at the minute. Obviously Creed as well. Depending on the movement though. Like deadlifts, it has to be Vice Grip for me if I'm going heavy. Or Gimme That Boom by Skindred as well. 10 out of 10. Log press, I love a bit of soft play. Something like Punk's Dead or Worms on Tarmac, something like that. Mirror muscles, obviously. Then if I'm benching or I'm doing some form of like heavy strict press, Creed always goes hard. And then just for a general like good solid set, I'd do Nickelback. Just something like Burn It to the Ground, Next Go Round, something like that. Something, high energy, really solid. They're my go-tos at the minute. Bence has some unorthodox PR songs. Oh, let's hear them. Oh, no, the message has been retracted. Maybe we're not going to hear them. When Fred was lifting heavy, I listened to Thriller by Mike J. Yeah, of course, Thriller. Thriller was playing on the live stream last night. I love a bit of Thriller. But yeah, my gym playlist is mainly metal, but it is a bit all over the place as well. We've got some weird stuff in there. Will saying, favourite deadlifting song for me is Avenged Sevenfold, Hail to the King. Absolute banger. Really good choice. Really, really good choice. It would be hyperbole to add a 6th day with Olympic lifts focus. Yeah, that would probably be a bit much. I would do the Olympic lifts focus as part of your shoulder focused pressing day. So maybe your first compound is an Olympic movement and then you do some push press out of the rack or something. But I'd stick it on that day rather than it's on its own 6th day because you don't want to overdo it as well. It's important to get enough rest, even though if you feel like a machine and feel like you can get through on 6 days, after a few weeks of doing that, you will feel the burnout. So I'd stick to 5 days and put that on your shoulder-focused pressing day. Ben's saying, my PR songs are a bit unorthodox, so here we go. My top are Ultimate Battle from Dragon Ball Super, Sabaton Great War. Yes, Sabaton Great War. Fantastic. So, and Ghost Division as well. 10 out of 10. Love it. Sabaton, there's a good few Sabaton songs in my playlist. And then Five Finger Death Punch, Hell to Pay. Another absolute banger. Yeah, real good songs. Yeah, my gym playlist is like, I want to say, how many songs? I've got it up. I got 483 songs and 34 hours, 10 minutes worth of songs in my gym playlist. So I've got a hell of a lot in the gym playlist. I've got all sorts in there. And I just stick it on shuffle and we go and we see what we want. And then when I'm going for the top set, I'll pick out a song. But yeah, some really, really good songs in there. I've got loads of stuff. What have we got? What are some good ones? Motorhead. Motorhead's very good. I'm enjoying Motorhead. Obviously some 3 Days Grace as well. Pint Glass by Pint Glass is an absolutely banger song. Like, genuinely, if you guys haven't heard Pint Glass by Pint Glass off the album Pint Glass, great song. And yes, that is what the song is called. The song is called Pint Glass by Pint Glass off the album Pint Glass. And as you can imagine, it is by Pint Glass and it is off the album Pint Glass. But yeah, that's an absolutely fantastic song. It's really, really good. It's a really good PR song. Genuinely give it a listen. Because not many people have. I think it's only got like 50,000 plays on Spotify. Yeah, 54,000. So it's a little bit niche. And I really like it. So it's a good song. Big fan. Will I Am Machine from 3 Days Grace is a good one. It absolutely is. Absolutely is. Obviously, absolute classics like Animal I Have Become. We've got Riot, of course. What else have we got? We got I Hate Everything About You. Absolute classic. And, of course, Time of Dying as well. I don't think I have the... I don't think I have I Am Machine, though. I need to get that. Let me get that. Cool. Right, I've added that to the playlist now because I was missing it, but it is a fantastic song. Fred saying anything by Ozzy. Yeah, anything Ozzy Black Sabbath is absolutely fantastic as well. Alex saying, let's see, the last Awake in Providence album, I Write to You My Darling, Decay, particularly the song in Whispers, gets me in a good PR space. Sabaton's Attack of the Dead Men, I like For a Real Grind. Yeah, that's a really good song as well. I like Sabaton a lot. I really do. What else do I have in here? Let's see if I've got some more niche ones that I can share. Yeah, another Parkway Drive Dedicated is always really good. Fuel Metallica's fantastic. Obviously that's not niche, but good. NWO by Ministry, really like that. As do I Just One Fix by Ministry. Those two are really, really good. A lot of Dimmu Borgir I quite like. I like that a lot. And I do like a lot of the Machine Head stuff as well. Pavlo's Walkout song is in my playlist. It is like Pavlo Cordiaca's Walkout song. 10 out of 10. Really, really good. Love that for a PR. Obviously, I don't know how to say it because it's in Ukrainian, but it's really good. Same with Novikov's Walkout song as well. That's in my playlist. That's really good. The Republic Commando theme from the Republic Commando video game. 10 out of 10. Really good. Ben saying, Dominate is a new song from 3 Days Grace. It's growing on me. Give it a try. Let's have a look. I'm now taking suggestions. Oh, Benson's got to go. Well, I'm listening to your song that you suggested me now. Okay, yeah, I'm a big fan of this. That's going in. Thank you for that, Bence. Hope you have a good day. Alex saying Sabaton Live is absolutely fantastic, by the way. I bet it is. There's a lot of people I want to see live, but I just never do. Like, I never go see people live. I never hear about them. Like, I'm so bad at keeping, like, I'm so bad at being a fan of bands that I like. I just listen to the songs and I absolutely jam out to them, and I just have like I don't know any of the members, I don't know how to say anyone's names, but trust me, I do love the songs. Yeah, Fred's got Alexi's song on my list as well. Yeah, it's 10 out of 10. Alexi's song is so good. Really, really big fan of it. Yeah. What else have I got in here? Holding My Breath by Alien Weaponry is really, really good as well. As is Forward by Anal Nathrak, I think is how you say it. Really, really good. Big fan of that one. Anything Austrian Death Machine, so good. Such good lifting songs like One More Rep, No Pain, No Gain, Don't Be Lazy. So good. Yeah, No Gods, No Masters, Machine Head is one of my go-to PR songs as well. Lots of Trivium as well. Trivium's been in my playlist for a hell of a long time. Built to Fall's really good. Shogun, Kiris to Gomen, like all of these Trivium songs have been staples of my training for a very, very long time. Big fan of that. North Lane as well. North Lane have been in my playlist for a hell of a long time. What was it? Quantum Flux, North Lane was probably one of my first PR songs that I really did every session when I was PRing. Mark B, is your playlist on Spotify? My playlist is on Spotify. I don't know if it's public on Spotify, but I do use Spotify. Alex, I used to go to a ton of concerts. I don't too much these days. The last few I went to are Powerwolf, Unleash the Archers, Awaken Providence, Sabaton, and King Crimson. What a lineup, by the way. That sounds sick. Yeah, I've only ever been to see live music when it's been part of other things that I'm at. So there's a good festival that's quite local to me, but it's not sort of my music usually. But I've seen some really big name people there, like Lewis Capaldi, people like that. I've seen Stereophonics there. But I never go there for the music. I go there for like the food and the people and hanging out with people. I've just happened to see some good people there. But it's never sort of my music, if that makes sense. Will saying Glucksritter from the band D'Artagnan. Fuck knows. Some of these band names, like, that's the problem with metal and like this sort of like music. Some of the band names so fucking hard to say. It's really fun during a workout. All of their music is fun to me, but that one in particular. You know what? Let's have a listen. Yeah, this is good. Big fan. That's now in the playlist. Thank you for the suggestion. Alex saying, super happy I got to see King Crimson since it seems like they're officially done with touring. Robert Fripp, the guitarist band leader, is 74 now, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. I'm a fan of King Crimson as well, so that would have been really cool to see live. But yeah, the problem is so many of my like favourite bands, the people who are in it are either dead or really old. So, like, I feel like I've missed the prime. Problem with being young and into slightly older music. But yeah, lots of real good songs. I'm glad I've got some good song suggestions out of this. I'm going to have a really good workout tomorrow. It's a really solid leg day with a bunch of these new songs in here. What are the events for England's Strongest Man? Have they? I'm assuming they have released them. I'm gonna have a look. That's where we need Jane in the chat. Jane seems to know everything when it comes to Giants Live. God, that's such an itchy nose. I'm not picking it. It's just really itchy. It's this bloody pollen. But yeah, I can't remember if they announced the events or not. I can't see anything. I'm assuming the athletes do know them. Yeah, I've got down to the Strongman Classic event announcement now. So I can't seem to see anything. But yeah, I'd love to know what the events are. Sounds like it's going to be such a fun comp. I know what some of the events are because I went and trained with Jack and I've been obviously speaking to Paddy, but I'm not sure if people know what the events are. So I don't want to start saying what some of the events are unless other people tell me what they all are, because I don't want to go, oh, I know this one, but I can't remember what the others are. if they're not public. I don't want to be that guy getting people in trouble. So yeah, does anyone know off the top of their heads? If not, we'll move on and not talk about it. I can't seem to find them, so I'm going to assume not. What's everyone training at the minute? Like, what's the next big goal for you guys? I've just got my new block through for the next 4 weeks of training after speaking to Loz yesterday. I'm very excited. Very, very excited. We've got a big deadlift week 3, or week 4 rather, week 4. Big deadlift. 305 kilo. Should be really, really fun. Should be very doable. I'm feeling in good shape for it. But obviously it's a new PB, so we can never count out those sorts of things. But I'm really excited to peak for a proper heavy single again. Oh, I just love deadlifting. It's definitely my favourite exercise. Wow, we've been on an hour already. Over an hour. God, that has absolutely flown by. Fred saying, no events or athletes listed yet that I can find. Yeah, no, neither can I. Obviously, we know a few because like I think the first sort of 5 or 6 were announced, and then we know who qualified from the qualifier that was run a few weeks ago, athletes-wise. But events, I have no idea. I can't remember. I can't remember if it was said or I know about them. Alex saying deadlifts are great. They sure are. They're just the best. I love them. I love them so much. I love that deadlifts have got to a point with me as well where I no longer have to think about cues or anything. Like my deadlifts just look and feel the same every time I do them. So I can really just get in the zone and just smash them. Whereas like with log, I'm still very much thinking about cues and everything to do with log because it's so hard to get them right. And yeah, just deadlifts are just so nice to be able to just lock in and know that you're going to do it properly. I've accidentally clicked a button that has opened up a super chat goal thing. And I don't know how to get out of it. Because I'm not going to set a super chat goal. Because no one is ever obliged to give me any money. But I can't get out of it without setting... Oh, there we go. I can get out of it now. Alex saying, I love squats, but squats don't love me, lol. They really beat me up. I love squats when I'm in the mood for squats. Like, if I come in the gym and my head's not really there and I'm not feeling like I want to do it, when I do deadlifts, I could still get them done and feel pretty decent. When I do pressing, I could still get it done and feel pretty decent. If I come in and my head's not on right for squats, it just is the worst thing in the world. They feel so horrendous. But if I'm in the mood for a solid leg day, that is when I love squats. Will's doing a 16-week deadlift block starting next week, ready to get stuck in. Do you have a number in mind for the end of the 16 weeks? Or are you just going to send it and see how high you can get? Because I love it when people have a goal. And then like in 16 weeks' time, if we do it live and you'll be able to tell us what you got, it'll be awesome. But yeah, my big goal for the end of the year is I want 700 pounds on deadlift. I want 320 kilo, which is quite ambitious for sure, having only just hit 300 a couple months ago. But with the way the progression's going, if I get 305 in 4 weeks' time easily, and then we do another 12-week peak to get like 310, 315, by the end of the year, 320 could be on the cards. But I'm just loving life. I'd love it to be... The fact I've even reached 300 is mental. It's ridiculous. Like, we're now in the realm of talking like the Giants live weight's obviously 360 on an axle or 350 on an axle. The fact I'm even... Like, my number starts with the same letter. Like, I'm in the 300s now. Crazy. Ridiculous. Fred saying, my thoughts on Angelica's 30-day row challenge. I've not actually seen that, Fred. I'm assuming she's doing some form of rowing every day. I will have a look. Initial thoughts. Sounds like a fantastic idea. Obviously, I did my 30-day running challenge. So any sort of 30-day challenge to get done is a sick idea. But yeah, I don't actually know what the challenge is. I can't seem to find it. Tell me what it is, Fred. Give me a rundown. I might nab it if it's a good one. That's a good question. I ran every day for 30 days and then deadlifted 300 kilo at the end of the 30 days and made a pretty good YouTube video out of it. Are there any other challenges like that you guys would like me to try every day for 30 days? I was thinking of maybe doing like a pull-up, like a pull-ups to failure every day for 30 days and seeing how many pull-ups I get to by the end of the 30 days. But obviously I'm losing weight, so that's a bit counterintuitive because obviously it'll be getting easier as I lose weight. She wants to do 3,500 calories or better in 30 days. Interesting. That is a very solid challenge. That's a good one, actually, like a calorie total. Because I could definitely do something similar on my assault bike, like try and get 3,000 calories burnt in 30 days just on the assault bike. Something like that could be really cool. Because I love these challenge videos where I've got a purpose to be doing something that I wouldn't normally do. Like, for me, it wouldn't be an issue to deadlift every day for 30 days, because I would. It's so much fun. But, like, running every day for 30 days, I hate running. I despise it. And I still go on runs maybe once every couple weeks. Just because doing that video felt really good. But I wouldn't have done that video unless I was making the video, if that makes sense. Unless I had that goal to set my mind to. So I'm trying to think of more things like that where I could push myself and challenge myself for 30 days and see what we can get done out of it. And get a good video out of it as well. That's not going to take away from my training. So the pull-up idea is the only one that I'm sort of floating at the minute, but I'm not so sure about it. So I'm interested to see if anyone has any similar ideas. But I do like the sound of the 3,500 calories or better in 30 days. Something like that could be quite cool. Oh, this water's gone really warm, by the way, because it's been sat in this warm room. Challenge, pull up every day and increase by 1 every day. I think I'd burn out by about 10 days, to be honest, Fred. Like, my best ever result on pull-ups was 12, but that was when I was about 90 kilo. And I've done 8 at 120 before. Or 125, rather. So if I did one every... So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So yeah. Definitely, like, doable. You know what? It might not be like a everyday for 30 days thing. But it could definitely be a until I fail type deal. And make a good video out of it. It's not a bad idea. I quite like that. Because at worst it takes like 10 days and I do 10 pull-ups. I do like that. Yeah, because I've seen like people have done videos like running every day, but the distance doubles. So you start at a meter, then you do 2, then you do 4. You see what I mean? Like something like that. It'd be cool to do something like a sandbag carry or something every day, but the distance doubles. See how many meters we could actually run with like 100 kilo bag or something. See how high we can get. That could be another good one. Or do it with a yoke, maybe. Like Fred saying, once the muscle memory kicks in, it'll be easy. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, maybe I'll try it. Maybe I will. It's not a bad idea. I do like that. So yeah, our go ideas so far are adding a pull up every day until we fail. Because then, yeah, as I lose weight, it will get easier as well. So we'll see just how many pull-ups we end up at. And then running with a 100 kilo sandbag every day, but the distance doubles. I do like that idea as well. That's really good. Will saying, no set goal this round, just saying how high it goes. It's been some years since I pushed hard at all. If we hit 220, I'll be thrilled. Nerve damage and crap. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're just getting back to it and using it as like a seeing where you're at 16-week block, like, I expect you to surprise yourself, quite honestly. A lot of people coming back from something like nerve damage or something get really in their own head about how much it's going to affect them. And a lot of the time, people do surprise themselves. So I think 220 seems like a very, very reasonable goal. Let's see if we can push beyond that. But I have every faith that you will get that 220 and absolutely smash it. So definitely, yeah, keep up in the comments and let me know how it goes on, because I'd be interested to see how you managed to get in the 16 weeks. But I think that might be a pretty good place to leave the live anyway, because it has been an hour and 20 minutes. We only spoke about the Strongman Classic for about the first half of it, and then we've just been waffling about music and then video ideas, and I'm using you guys to come up with good video ideas for me. And that being said, if there are any video ideas that ever spring to mind, just leave them in the comments of the videos and we will get to them. But you might be seeing a video at some point soon of I did a pull-up every day and increased the rep by one every day. Some title needs work, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the live. I will catch you all in the Loz and Liz live chat later, obviously in the chat channel. And yeah, if you haven't already, like the stream, go subscribe. I'll catch you next time we do one of these streams.